Hey, what's up agents, Epic Slayers here, welcome back to a brand new Division video. Today, we're going to look at the best pickups from this week's vendor reset. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to hit the like button, it really does help me out. With that said, let's get into it. Starting off at the base of operations gear vendor this week, we've got a 2% pulse critical hit chance performance mod. 5 of these giving you the extra 10% pulse crit chance. Really good for an AR build, especially something like Striker, where you could run these with a pulse, giving you that extra burst damage, or pretty much any build that doesn't have native. Crit would be good with an LMG as well. Highly recommend picking up this one this week. Moving on to the Dante's Run Safe House. This week we've got a purple stamina mod with damage to elites. We've got 3% damage to elites, the maximum you can get, which means if you pick up 5 of them, you'll get an extra 15% damage to elites. It's good for any PvE build. Highly recommend picking up this one this week. At the Wolves Den Safe House this week, we've got a heavy magazine spring. It's great for a Lone Star build. It's got high rate of fire, which is exactly what you want with an LMG, somewhat like the MG5, or even one of these slow rate of fire weapons giving you that higher rate of fire. It's got crit chance, crit damage. It's everything you need for a good LMG magazine spring. Moving on to the West 34th Street DZ checkpoint, we've got a 2% pulse critical hit damage performance mod. 5 of these will give you 10% pulse critical hit damage. Very good with any SMG which already has high crits, giving you that extra bit of burst damage. Highly recommend picking up this one as well. At the East 46th Street DZ checkpoint, we've got a 6% first aid self heal mod. Highest you can get. Really good with any healing build, and especially good for a Skulls build, especially when you're running something like a Refresh Mask, when you're in the last health segment. We've also got some Savage Gloves here, OG, SMG damage, crit damage, and then we've got enemy armor damage, which you can roll away for crit chance if you want, but if you're running an SMG, you might want to keep enemy armor damage on there. Lastly, the DZ09 Safe House, we've got a high velocity magazine. This is a crit chance magazine for crit LMG builds or low magazine Lone Star builds. This will be really good with the big Alejandro or an MG5, for example, which already has high rate of fire and it just needs that extra bit of crit. This goes really well with those and a Lone Star build. Highly recommend picking these up as well. There you are guys, hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, please don't forget to like the video. It does really help me out. Subscribe if you're new and want to see daily Division content. I am doing my very best to cover the Division as much as I possibly can and have been for the last 2.5 years. With that said, thanks for all your support and until the next one, Epic out.